always. So this past weekend, as you know, I spoke of our grand session. It was a great session. To all the brothers of the craft, sisters of the order who attended, I want to say how much I appreciate you once again. And for those guests who came about, thank you for coming and fellowshipping with us. The visiting Grand Lodges and representatives and who came for attending our annual grand session. I hope you enjoy our registration package that you received. And with that being said, so we're going to go right into today's discussion regarding to the builders. In Freemasonry, we're dealing with the first 3 degrees on the and first 3 degrees, and then you go from there all the way to, especially on the right side, you're giving working tools in every degree, from the first 3 all the way to the 7th degree on the, or maybe the 8th degree on the York right side. You are giving working tools. These working tools are given to you to help you to become a better, not just a better man, but a better Mason. Because as I've said in the beginning of many times, that you're already a good man within the society and the community for which you're in. We just give you tools to help you to become a better Mason. And on top of that, as you grow in Freemasonry, you either choose the Scottish Rite or the right side. But we're going to talk about the becoming the builder, the working tools, the things that you need to construct and to build and to maintain. So we talk about the plumb, the level, the square, the chisel. We talk about the pickaxe. We talk about the crow bar. We talk about those things that are used to really construct and to build. And to those of you who are coming on, greetings to everyone, fraternal greetings to everyone. And we talk about those things, but we talk about them if they are something that is used and then set aside. We talk about the 4-inch gauge as if it is used and then set aside. These things that are given on your journey as a Freemason are not just taken and set aside. These things are given to you daily to construct, to build up, and and to tear down. So when you see a brother who's trying to use his working tools to better himself, please give him that hand up. Please help him and assist him in using his working tools in a positive direction. Too many times we have these things at our fingertips. We refuse to use them. We set them aside. One of the most dynamic working tools that a master receives is that trowel. It said is used to spread the cement of brotherly love. But how many times sublime master masons take and actually use that trowel beyond your own jurisdiction? When you are able to do that, then you're truly exemplifying that which you call yourself to be, which is a fine master mason. What happens is along the way you find yourselves in the quarries with various and different individuals. These individuals have yet to understand the learnings of the working tool. Although they may be considered to be a sublime master mason, they have yet mastered that one tool, which is the trowel. They have yet to understand how to spread the cement of brotherly love. So therefore, if you get a faulty block, you get a faulty construction, your bricks are not sealed, they have leaks in them, they're not quite stable, your foundation is weak. And this is the reason why, because in your journeys you did not quite understand what was given to you and how to apply them in your daily journey, in your life. And when you're not the very things that was given to you to help construct a better building, this is what you get. Masonry is not a business, although most jurisdictions have a business license to do business in the state we're in. But Masonry is truly not a business. It is truly a society that's supposed to be that village to help you to be the best man that you can be. This is important, that when you go to your lodge meetings and you are fellowshipping with real men who are successful, although they may have their problems, they're helping you develop and to be the best man that you can be with those symbolic tools that are handed to you in this journey. Now, the craziest thing that I found to be kind of odd, and not really, is that as you proceed to these appending degrees, especially on the Scottish Rite side, they turn switch, and you're no longer getting the working tools. You're no longer receiving working tools when you go to the Scottish Rite. What you're receiving is astrology. See, on the Scottish Rite side, each of those degrees led by the sign, the zodiac sign. Go read it for yourself. Each one of those degrees are titled by zodiac sign. So what you learn in the fellowcraft degree, you're now supposed to apply that in your Scottish Rite degrees. Let me tell you why. Because in your fellowcraft degree, you are taught that the liberal arts, you're taught science, you're taught music, geometry, you're taught all of that. You're giving all of that is at your fingertips in the fellowcraft degree. But you don't do anything with it because you think, well, I've learned rhetoric. I learned how to display the language, but now apply the things that was given to you. Because in that degree, you're giving all the working tools except for one, and that is the trowel. Here in America, when we talk about Freemasonry, we don't include the chisel and become a Royal Arch Mason, which I find is ironic because what is if I'm going to give you a mallet and I'm going to give you a 24-inch gauge, how are you going to really use that mallet? When we tell you that the use of the mallet is to chip off those things. You chip off anything with a mallet, you'll break it. It is fragile. It would crack. But with a chisel, you can do that. That's why in the fellowcraft degree, it prepares you for your Scottish Rite degree. Once again, your fellowcraft degree prepares you for your Scottish Rite degree. Because now you're dealing in astrology. You're dealing with the signs and symbols of the stars. That's where you're now. So when you go into this Scottish Rite degree, you have a better understanding of the layout which is on your trestle board daily. What happens is, for us, we take those things for granted. And when I say take them for granted, they're given to us and we just lay them aside and don't really apply them. A true Mason, one who's truly seeking the magic of Masonry, applies those very things that is given to him. And once he understands them, then he's able to apply them, because having knowledge and having wisdom are two separate things. Having knowledge and having wisdom is two separate things. They conjoin when they are together. They're like Siamese twins. Oh, what a difference. Oh, what a difference. And that is the uniqueness of when you're able to travel into these appending bodies, because there are rabbit holes waiting on you. It's just the ideal of, are you going to open the door and go down a rabbit hole? If you choose to do that, please believe me, you must drop some breadcrumbs along the way. Because there are some things within this fraternal order that will frighten you if you really indulge yourself and begin to read about them. Yes, indeed. But what we don't do that. We like the glitz of what it says. But in the true essence of Freemasonry, and if you go back and you read what you said, and I said all the time, and if you really stood by what you said, think about how gruesome that shit really is. A nice Templar, I will go over the frozen tundra to assist my brother barefooted. Would you really do that? Would you really risk it all to go save that brother? So you must understand that your words have power, and the things you say, when you put behind them, have magic to them. But you don't understand the magic because you don't apply the magic. You are not ready to be a builder. You still maintain it at enter apprentice glory. A true builder understands that when he builds, it is beyond his own self. It is this mere mortal body that I build. It's true. All you got to do is take your time, go back and check out your degree work and see where it's headed. This is why in the building of the Temple of Solomon, He always invoked the blessings of deity. He even got started in building or looking at the architectural work laid down on the trestle board. Each of the three masters, Hiram-Abiff, Hiram-Tyre, and King Solomon, each had a trowel. They each had a part to play. This is why, and in the process of being killed, King Solomon said, no, King Hiram said, I cannot give it unless it's in the presence of those three. This is why when you go to the Royal Arch degree, you must have those three. You must have those three. And then you learn in the Royal Arch degree that there's a broken triangle. So it is very important that when you get these degrees, when you're going through these initiation rites, that you understand this process, this thing, this journey that you're on is more than just a boy club. This is truly in a society of men built to make other men masons, my son, to rise above the fray. But if you never intended on becoming a builder, you're never going to rise above the fray. You'll always find yourself in muddy waters. Greetings, Brother Morpheus. How you doing? This is where you're going to find yourself at, in muddy waters, quicksand, you know? But when you become a builder, I mean a serious builder, you have access. You're going to have access to things that other builders won't. You know? Yes, indeed. Spell equals magic. So when you are on this journey as a Mason, you should have a brother, a true brother in this thing we call Freemasonry. Not someone who's, yeah, I'm in the same jurisdiction, yeah, but not that guy. I'm talking about someone you can call up and say, look, I'm in your state, I'm in your area, I need to lay my head down, I'm driving, I'm doing, and that person does what he's supposed to do as a brother in this society. He makes a way so you can get the assistance that you need. That's what it's all about. This thing we call Freemasonry today is really, in my own opinion, is a trick. And when I say it's a trick, I'm just simply saying that now, whereas one time it didn't cost anything to be part of this society. And some may say, well, it always costs. It didn't cost until those who formulated this current system put a tag on it. They put a tag on it. And then it became a money thing. But before then, it was truly a gentleman's and workman's society. This is why the dress code changed. You know, Masonry today, you're in suit and tie because it's a gentleman's society. Before that, we say it came from the Gauls, the people working on buildings. Yes, that is true because we use their tools for symbolism to teach with. I get it. What I don't get is how we put a price tag on Freemasonry. The various jurisdictions put a price tag on it, including my own. I mean, including my jurisdiction. There's dues and there's fees, there's banquets, there's all of that. Get it. But it shouldn't be so dogmatic until the very person that you're trying to help can't afford to be a Mason. That person has all of the talents, all of the everything to be a great Mason. He knows how to take those working tools and apply it to his life, but his funds is not allowing him to participate. That's the brother you need. That's the sister you need in your Order the Eastern Star. One who's able to take them 5 points and really learn the lessons, and they live in that lesson. But their money ain't strong enough. That's the sister you need. I'm just saying, because we all have those brothers in our lodges and the sisters in our chapter. Money is not an issue. They pay their dues for the whole year. And they say, I'll be at the next meeting when I get there. But because they pay their money, you keep them on roll, which is cool. It keeps your lodge financial, where you're able to do certain things in the community or whatever you do and however you place your funds. But on the flip side of that, those brothers and sisters who may not have the necessary funds to be able to keep up, Those sisters and brothers are your true construction workers. They are your true blazing star. They are your true workmen and helpers. Those are the ones we need. There are so many leaders out here, youth-wise, that can really help this organization to thrive. But because we're so afraid of our youth, we don't go get them. We are so afraid of our youth, we don't talk to them, correct them. So they look at you, yeah, Masons is cool. I seen the movies, man, I love to be a Mason, but they don't choose to. They talk about it, but they don't come on board because you don't have anything. What are you going to tell them? Can you help them? Can you help them with their finances? Do you talk about cryptocurrency with them? Because that's where it's at right now. Is there anybody in your lodge, your chapter, that is able to talk that same language as our youth do today? It's great to have these landmarks and these old-fashioned ways. We're so accustomed to these ancient customs. It's great to have that. And I'm one that's all for it. But I'm also one that wants to see this organization thrive, regardless of your jurisdiction. I want to see you thrive as a Mason, as an Eastern Star. That's where my passion is at. Because as a Mason, I feel, and what I know is that I'm able to reach across various jurisdictions, not just my own. I'm just not limited to the brotherhood of those who are in the John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. I'm not just limited there. And that's the essence of the brotherhood. That is the true essence of the brotherhood. Because if I was just limited here and I couldn't go nowhere else, I couldn't fellowship nowhere else, then it's telling me that where I'm at is that's it. This is all there is. And if that's you, you're going to have to travel and receive master wages. And let me tell you, when you travel and receive those wages as a master Mason, it is a beautiful thing. It is truly that. But we have to be able to set aside and take on those working tools that are given to us and really begin to be the builder, be the example, set the standards, you know? And when you're able to do that, it is truly a difference than just being a Mason and carrying out the duties of a Mason, of a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. And when she's able to take on those 5 herons and be the example of those who have gone before her, who have set those standards, when she's able to break down those 5 points and those colors and do her works, understanding she got 5 passwords, a motto, a grip, when she's able to understand that and be able to travel, because she can travel, she wind the line breadth, okay? Brother, you square your actions, and that is where you meet. So, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in today. I appreciate you. I want to wish you and yours a successful grand session. And please, whatever we do, let's keep each other in prayer. Let's keep each other lifted up as men and as women of the Society of Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Star. And when we're able to do that without malice and without jealousy and not without ego, then truly are we exemplifying that which we would claim we are. Yes, I've seen that star in the east, and I'm out. Peace and be well. And whatever you do, stay out the bushes and keep your light on.